we talked about slope-intercept form, which is honestly, it's the most common one, but there are other forms of linear equations. So, and the reason that you're like, why can't we just have only one? I'll have to admit, I feel like that sometimes, but there are benefits to the different forms. Yeah. So, point slope form is the one we're going to go over today. And the names are kind of like telling you what's going on. There's a point and there's a slope. That's why it's point slope form. So here's the equation for it, the like setup. So what happens is the m is still our slope, right? That doesn't change. And our regular x and regular y, and what I mean by those is these that just look normal, like x and y. That still is just, it represents every point on the graph. Right, those are our variables. But then they give us a very specific point. And so the x1 and the y1, those are a specific point on the line. Okay. Yeah, and that's how we say it's x1, y1. You guys know that, right? It's just like what you see in the slope formula, but it's just not all the slope stuff, right? So, I'll pause for a second. We're just gonna practice finding the slope and the point from our equations here. So, slope's always the easiest. It's the one that sits right in front of our parentheses. So what's the slope for A? Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we can say m, you can say slope. I don't really care. I'm just being lazy by writing m. And then what is, sorry, I got a little off on stuff here. So notice that my x1 and y1, notice that those are positive, but see how it's subtraction in the formula? That is on purpose. Remember when we were, back in the very beginning, we were shifting equations, and I was like, when it's in parentheses, and technically even when it's out here, it does the opposite of what you think it should. So because this is on the other side of the equation, and because this is in parentheses, it's actually moving it up, whatever the y1 is, and to the right, whatever the x1 is. So they're always opposite of what you think. So let's actually go back up here to this and put opposite of the equation. Okay. So, that being said, with my x1 and y1 that are in this equation, which one represents the x? The 4, right? It's in the parentheses. So it's -4, so that actually means we're going to have positive 4. So 4, comma, then what's my y1? Yeah, and since it's -3 in the equation, exactly, it makes it +3. So 4, 3 is my point. Okay? So go and try B on your own for a sec. Find the slope, find the y-intercept, or not the y-intercept, sorry, the point. All right, what did you guys get for the slope?
1/2.
Good. And what is my point? Beautiful. Good. Yeah, +5, -2. All right. So, any questions on that one? All right, so now we're just going to go backwards. I've given you, for example B, it says write the equation of a line with a slope of 1/2 that passes through 3, 2. So we're just going backwards. Oh, and you know what? I just realized I have the old version open of this. Poop. I'll fix that in a second. But I still think you guys had this equation, right? Or this question. Do you have this on your notes? You guys see what I'm talking about? Is the example B on yours?
Yeah, but it's below. There's a graph
and then it's that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go ahead and go to this one just because I've already talked about it, and then we'll do the graph. All right. So find this example on there. So we're going to do y, and then what's the y1? What's the y value in the point?
-2.
Yeah. So good. So it is a positive 2, but we're going to do -2. Good. And then we put our slope, which is 1/2. And then I do x, good, -3. Okay, nice. All right. So here, well, no, I kind of need to just find this. Okay, sorry, back up here, guys. Okay, so you guys have on your paper, it's a little bit mixed, but you've got, hey guys, can I have you be quiet now? Shh, thanks. Okay, so we're going to graph y plus 1, 2/3, x plus 2. Okay. So, okay, so what I would do when I ask you guys to graph it is just what we've been doing of find the point, find the slope, right? So, what's the slope? Yeah, 2/3. What's the point that it gives me? Hey guys, shh. Hey Anderson, guys. So what's the point?
The point is -2, -1.
Excellent. Yeah, always the opposite of what it is in there. So, instead of giving you a y-intercept and then the slope, they've just said, hey, use this point and use this slope. So I'm going to go to -2, -1. So -2, -1. And then from there, I use my slope, guys, of 2/3. So that tells me to do what from that point? Exactly, up to, right, 1, 2, 3. And there we go. Let's see, and I'll kind of show my stuff here. So, we went up 2/3. And that point was our -2, -1. And then we have our line, right? Okay. All right, so sorry my graph's a little messy. You guys have a nice one to draw it on. Any questions on graphing that? Last thing, so changing point slope form to slope intercept form. So let's just use, hey guys, shh. So let's just use our last equation. So we had y plus 1 equals our 2/3 x plus 2. Okay. So basically what I would say for this is just try to get y by itself and simplify the equation. So, hey guys, can I be quiet, please? So just by instincts, if I was like, do something with this, what would you feel like you should do with this? Without graphing it. Yeah, how would I would distribute the 2/3, exactly. So you're going back to your instincts of like solving stuff. So I still have this y plus 1. Hey, Anderson, I need you guys to focus up here. So 2/3 times x is just 2/3 x. All right, I want you guys to keep practicing with your fractions. So over to the side here, I'm going to do 2/3 times 2. And 2 can be 2/1, right? Okay. So if I multiply straight across, because that's how you multiply fractions. So 2 times 2 is And then 3 times 1 is 3, so I get 4/3. Okay? So plus 4/3. I'm still not quite there though, right? It looks really close to slope-intercept form with y equals mx plus b, but I still have what that I need to do something with. Yeah, that plus 1. I need to, so what would I do to take that away? Yeah, I'm going to minus 1. So I'm going to subtract 1 from over there. Bloop. And so which of the two on the other side does the 1 minus from? Yeah, the 4/3. Okay. So here's where you could use a calculator if you want to, but I think you guys can do 4/3 minus 1. It'd be what? It'd be 1/3, exactly. Good. Right? Because if you think of 4/3, that's 1 and 1/3. So if you take 1 away, you got the third left. Okay. So, and if that really messes with you, you hopefully have a calculator that can do fractions for you. Okay? All right. Any questions on that one? And I usually won't have too many fractions, but it's good for you. Yeah? Okay. So I want you guys to go